From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Brayden Neville.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Ticats Today right here on the Ticats Audio Network on this Tuesday, June the 6th, 2023, and it's a smoky one out there. It seems like it's that way all over Canada as there's fires all over the country, so we wish you well if you are in some of those places affected by some of these forest fires. Now, it was the second day of practice at Tim Hortons Field for the Hamilton Ticats as they prepare for that first game of the 2023 season against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. That's right, it's finally starting. The season is almost here, only a few days away. That game goes down at 8:30 Eastern Time this Friday in Winnipeg. Now, today's show, we'll be talking to, well, a ton of people. We talked to a lot of different guys. We talked to Coach O, Coach Washington, the newly acquired Jonathan Kongbo, Ja'Gared Davis, Jameer Thurman, and James Butler. So a ton of guys to get to on the show for today. But first, I want to get to some news around the league, the CFL. They announced a new partnership today with a company owned by Chris Collinsworth. That's right, the voice of Sunday Night Football. He's a sports broadcaster. If you don't know who he is, a three-time Pro Bowler in the NFL, and is the owner and chairman of Pro Football Focus, aka PFF. So this is a sports analytics company. It's really big with the NCAA and the NFL, and they're offering basically advanced analytics analysis of just different ways to look at the game of football. So the move will be used for all 9 clubs in the CFL while providing more insight for the media to cover. So more things for us to look at, more numbers, more ways to basically analyze the game. So it'll be great for fans who can't get enough of that in-depth statistical analysis. I know there's a lot of stat geeks out there, much like myself, so this is perfect for someone like you. And it's a great new partnership with this company owned by, well, Chris Collinsworth. So a guy that not too many people, not too many football fans need much introduction to. So it'll be interesting to see just how much this does for the games. This could change the way teams maybe look at different aspects of football. I know there's some guys who might not care so much about it because they might want to, the old school approach, which is totally fine, but this is a different way of looking at the game. So it's an exciting new partnership between the CFL and PFF, and I definitely know I will be looking at some of those advanced analytics, and I know there's even going to be some that, a lot of them actually, that I have no idea what they mean, but it's an exciting thing for the game, and it's going to be super interesting to see. So I think it's time I throw to my chat now with Coach O after a very high-intensity practice today. A little higher pace today. Was that kind of the plan, just to up the tempo a bit?
Absolutely. We had to put them through the paces today. They knew that. We prepared them for that. I thought they responded well and pushed through.
And you got the chance to see Jonathan Kongbo a little bit over the last couple of days. What have you seen from him so far?
Yeah, he's just come in. The guys have done a great job of helping him. It's always about terminology. Most people run the same things. In his, things, we're going to ask him to do a few things on special teams. So it was about getting acclimated there, but it's been a great fit so far. It's early in the process, but he's come in like a pro.
And with that game Friday against Winnipeg, what's there to say about playing a team like them?
Yeah, I mean, Winnipeg, they're going to be well prepared. They've been to 3 Grey Cups. We get all that, but as you know from being around here, we're going to always prepare for the opponent, but we're going to work on ourselves, right? It's more important at this point in time, especially when you don't have a lot of tape. There's always going to be plays. The game's going to unfold as it goes. There'll be it'll be a game of adjustments as you go, and we'll still be finding out about our football team. So what we're focused on most is ourselves, knowing everything and the challenges Winnipeg will bring.
That was Coach O following practice today, speaking a bit on that upcoming game against Winnipeg and the newest member of the Ticats, that's Jonathan Kongbo. I spoke to him today, but we'll get to him in just a second. I also caught up with Coach Washington to get his thoughts on the upcoming game, the newest Ticat, and more. Coach, so the newest member of the team, Jonathan Kongbo, what have you seen from him so far in these last couple of days?
I've seen a guy since he's been in that's been very engaged, a guy that's excited, wanting to play, to pick up the defense, to work with his teammates and things like that. So he's ready to play. He's excited. He wants to play. He's learning. He's picking up things well. He's dynamic. He can move very well. And so, I'm ready to see him perform.
And when you heard he was available, why did you feel like it was kind of important to maybe go out and try and acquire him?
Well, we remember a couple of years ago, when he came out, he was a dynamic player, and he's been making plays since he got into the league. So anytime you can, as we say, add value to value, we want to do that.
And then now that first game on Friday against Winnipeg, are you excited to get the season going here and get that game one under the belt?
Yeah. I mean, all offseason has been preparing for this, right? And so this day, it's approaching. We're excited about it. Our men are getting themselves ready. They're excited. And so, it's like that first step for a long, long walk. So we're ready to go. And
I'm going to be speaking to Jameer. Just what have you seen from him over the last few weeks?
We've seen his leadership emerge. He understands what we're doing. Very smart player, and he wants to take control of things. And so he's been the leader of this defense since he's got here, and I'm ready to see him perform awesome.
And obviously, there's been a lot of new pieces on that defense. How has it been seeing everyone start to gel over the course of the last few weeks?
Well, they've been intentional in their wanting to become a team and gel and get together. That's something that a lot of veterans, they understand what camaraderie and the chemistry of the team and how important it is for everyone to fit in. And so they've made that a goal of theirs, and they've been accomplishing that thus far.
That was defensive coordinator and assistant coach Mark Washington. And as I mentioned before, the Ticats' newest member, defensive lineman Jonathan Kongbo, well, he was at practice today and yesterday after getting traded to the Ticats yesterday from the Lions. Now, Kongbo comes with a lot of experience. The guy's won 2 Grey Cups with Winnipeg, and he looks to bring that winning pedigree to Hamilton. In the Hammer, how's it been so far?
Man, it's been great. I've played a couple times here, and it's good to finally be on the other side. Getting with the guys, see the culture around here, how guys are working. So it's been a really good couple days, man.
I saw you chatting with Casey on the sideline a bit there. Was it nice to have maybe a familiar face and then learn a little bit from him about what's been going on here?
Yeah, I know for sure. He's been giving me the rundown. He's been really trying to catch me up to date. It's also always good to see familiar faces and people you've known, guys you've played with. So I've been really leaning on him with everything.
And this close to a season, is it a little difficult to transition maybe into a new team and maybe learn a new playbook? Is it kind of tough?
Right. Honestly, it's part of the pro football life. Movement and just the unexpected. So just try to be a professional about it and just do the job that I'm asked to do.
And now you've gotten to work a bit with the coaching staff. What has it been like getting to learn a little bit from those guys the last couple of days?
Oh, they're legit. They're intense. They're focused on winning. They're focused on doing things the right way, and that really shows.
And maybe your first impressions of being here in Hamilton and I know you've been here before, but now that you're going to be here permanently, what's that been like?
Man, I just kind of driving around the city, I could tell there's a hard-working, blue-collar spirit that kind of follows the town, and I think that's perfect for the type of guy I am and the personality I have. So I'm excited to continue my time here for sure.
And maybe for some of those Ticats fans who haven't gotten the chance to see you play, what kind of players coming over here?
Fearless, tenacious. I love the game. I love the work. I love the camaraderie. I love getting after it. I love winning. So just to all the Ticats fan, you're just getting a player that loves to compete, a player that loves to get after it, and a player that loves to win. And
when the time does come for you to suit up and get ready for your first game, are you excited to get into action, get this season underway?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. It's been a while since I've touched the gridiron. I obviously missed training camp here, but, just getting in and getting to practices, it's getting me really excited for game day.
That was Jonathan Kongbo, the newest member of the Hamilton Ticats, coming over in that trade, and a guy who's looking forward to getting that first opportunity to suit up for the Cats. I'm excited to see him out there in Hamilton. A solid pickup for the team for sure. Jameer Thurman, that's another guy yet to play a regular season game for the Black and Gold, and maybe one of the most anticipated signings the team made in the offseason. He's a guy a lot of fans, myself included, are excited to see with that veteran linebacker core, and I got the chance to catch up with him today. All right, so Jameer, first game on Friday. Are you excited to kick things off here in the Black and Gold and get that first one going?
Definitely. It's been a long camp, and so I'm just excited to get out there and just showcase what we've been working on and during camp and just go out there and ball out, get the win.
Tempo was up a bit today. How was that on the body with
It was
the rest
good.
of the guys?
It was good. We needed that. We got to get ourselves ready for game shape. It's nothing like playing in a game. So the more you do, the running around, just getting your body, your lungs ready for the game. That's all we can do to help ourselves on Friday.
New member on that defense, Jonathan Kongbo. What have you learned from him so far, or seen from him in the first couple of days?
He brings intensity. He's a high motor guy. I've seen as well. We haven't seen too much, because he just got here. But I can see the want to. I see the want to in him already. And
that game Friday against Winnipeg, obviously everyone knows how they've done it over the last several years. Mm-hmm. What's it like starting it off against them?
I mean, it's another opponent. At the end of the day, we know what we got to do. We know the type of environment we're going into, but at the end of the day, it's on us to go out there and execute.
Good to catch up with Jameer Thurman today. Now a guy that is always a pleasure to chat with, and a guy who knows a lot about playing the Blue Bombers, is Ticats running back James Butler. The running back is coming off a career year, and he caught up with me for the first time at Tim Hortons Field. So, James, that first game of the season coming up against a team you probably know pretty well from playing in the West. Just a little bit on Winnipeg and what it's like to play them.
Man, great team. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be very well coached. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do a lot of things where they're not going to beat themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make their play. So, obviously, playing a great linebacker core that's been together, two great DNs, great defense. So, yeah, Winnipeg's a great team.
And obviously your first game ever as a Ticat, or first regular season game as a Ticat coming up. Are you excited to get that first one going?
Yeah, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? It feels like a kid in a candy store. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally about to, get on Christmas Day, about to finally get out there for the ones that count. So can't wait.
And now that running backs coach, Coach Payne, what's it been like working with him over the last few weeks?
It's been great. You know what I'm saying? He definitely lets me be me, and I love that we can we can bounce ideas off of each other. He's super smart, super analytical. I've never been with a running back coach that's like that smart and that much in the know. So he can tell me on the back of his hand what's their blitz percentage, how many times this guy blitzes like this, how this guy blitzes. So super smart, great. I'm excited to be with him.
And Coach Tommy Condell, getting to work with him, how has that been?
Man, it's just like an offensive guru, you know what I'm saying? Like a mastermind. I'm excited just all the different ways, you know what I'm saying, that he can get guys the ball. And, this offense has so many weapons, so I'm just excited to finally, put it together.
Have you noticed that maybe some of those new pieces on the offense, the gelling, everyone's starting to kind of get used to each other now as the season approaches? Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? We've been, locked in McMaster. Now we're finally back in our home stadium, so it's nice to the guys to gel together, you know what I'm saying? And this week, we were able to fly around today. We had a lot of stuff thrown at us this morning, but we're able to, fly around and still move fast, and, the guys look good. And a little higher pace practice than yesterday. How was that? Yeah, it was a work day for sure. You know what I'm saying? Day 2 is a work day. You know what I'm saying? But, we got to get ready to play a game versus a really good opponent. So, we're excited, and, we can't wait. And then, obviously, playing a team like Winnipeg that's had success over the last several years, how is it to maybe see where you're at as a team when you play a team like that? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're starting off with a great test, you know what I'm saying, with a team that's known for winning, that's known for being a great, dynasty in this league. So, just excited to see how we match up, you know what I'm saying? So it should be a great test for us. That was James Butler for our first chat at Tim Hortons Field. We spoke a lot during training camp, but it's just been great to see him out there every day on home turf at the stadium. Now, another key signing during the offseason coming back to the Ticats. Well, that is fan favorite Ja'Gared Davis, and he spoke on the feeling of being back in a place where it feels like family.
Being here, like I said, it makes you feel like family. It makes you feel like you're part of something, and much legacy has came and gone through these walls and played on that field. Like, it means so much more to be able to make them proud. So being able to strap it up in the black and gold again, fans go crazy, you're going to feel good. Have you found, since you've obviously had the familiarity with a lot of guys, that it's been just easy, you've just gelled right back in here with the club? Absolutely. It's been a lot of turnover, but the guys that were here and I'm coming back to, they did a phenomenal job. Just getting the new guys, new faces in to buy in, to understand what the culture is, to follow through, you know what I'm saying, and understand, can we count on you? Can you be there when times get hard? Can you be reliable? And everybody's done it. I mean, the coaches, staff, they put a great team together. I mean, our medicine crew, Claire, our head staff, just taking the guys, make sure everybody's good. They're phenomenal. So I can only imagine what the guys going to do when come game day.
Now, a new member of the team, Jonathan Kongbo, what's been like getting to play with him and get to know him over the last couple of days?
It's been great, man. Just being able to pick another brain. You know what I'm saying? See my side of the ball through a different lens. It's always refreshing and nurturing, you know what I'm saying, getting a new perspective, learning new tools and trades. And he brings a different dynamic that's going to be vital to our success. And I expect him to honestly come in and make an immediate impact. One thing we say in the D-line room, prepare like you're a starter, because you never know what might happen between now and game day, to where you might be on practice squad today, but come game day, your number's called. So prepare like you're going in there to make the game-winning play. You're going to make 60 plays, whatever it takes to get the job done. So I expect nothing less.
And obviously playing Winnipeg in that first game, a team that maybe you more than anyone has had experience with over the last several years. What's it like starting it off against them?
I love it. I mean, you know what you're getting every time you play against Winnipeg. I mean, them across the board, from the players to the organization to the coaching staff. I mean, state of the art. They've been setting the precedent for the past 4 years of what it's like to be on top. So being able to test, you know what I'm saying, get a test this early, I know they're going to come in following on obviously. They're a veteran team, they're a poised team, they know what it takes to get there. So being able to see them early, you know what I'm saying, is going to not only to say exposed, but it's going to show you what it's going to take to get there at the end of the day.
That was Ja'Gared Davis, a guy who, well, he speaks so passionately about being a Ticat, and a guy that fans, teammates, and coaches, well, they're happy to see him return. Big thank you to him and the rest of the guys for joining me on today's episode. It's an exciting time in the CFL as we inch closer and closer to the start of the regular season. The Ticats take on Winnipeg at 8:30 this Friday night in Game 1 of the regular season. And make sure to check out all our coverage, all our shows right here on the Ticats Audio Network. Only a few days away from that opening game. That's all the time for me today, and thank you very much for listening. We will see you next time.